Okay, y'all. Day one. The Holy Bible, aka the Good Book Breakdown by the real Pope, Pope Azariah the Ninth. Okay, we're going to start from Genesis. Here we go. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Okay, peoples, let's start right there. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So, off the first sentence, it lets you know a couple things. This wasn't wrote by the character they call God. Number two, there's no story about the beginning of God. So, it lets you know a few things. One is theory, off the dribble. Two, it's mentally preparing you for monotheism because it's attributing everything to one entity named God. We don't have the backstory on God or anything. So this is not the beginning. This is the beginning of monotheism. Because obviously the beginning has to do with God's beginning. So this is not the ultimate beginning. This is a theorized philosophy. You feel me? So you're already in mystery because you don't know who God is. Obviously, in the beginning, because it's not God's beginning. It's the beginning for earth and man. Okay, that's out the way. So, it said nothing was here but a character named God. And it said the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. What waters? Ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. It said in darkness was upon the face of the deep. So we have darkness, we got waters, we got a character named God, and who has a spirit. That's just what it say. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. And then it say, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. Now, we got darkness that was already here. A character named God that was already here. So God has a spirit that's here. So now the character named God said, let there be light. So now we got light. So now we got light and darkness. And a character named God who has a spirit. And God saw that the light was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. So the darkness and light was one. Because he had to divide it. So it was one. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So we got the first day with a character named God that separated waters, that the waters was already here. So God didn't create the waters. The waters was already here. God didn't create darkness. Darkness was already here. God created light in the darkness. Within the darkness, God created light. Then he separated the two. But this character named God doesn't have a gender yet. Just say God. Now, is this an acronym? We don't know. Let's read down further. So, and God said, well, God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So the evening and the morning now here. So we didn't attribute evening to dark and morning light. Okay. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Now the water's already here. So now he created light within the darkness, separated it. Now he put a firmament between the waters. He put a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Y'all could look up what firmament is, or whatever y'all want to look up. So that's just what it is. We ain't gonna stray from that. So, and God said, and God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So God created heaven. First. So God created heaven first. So God exists outside of all of this. That's obvious. Because if you create something, you don't exist within it. So the character named God is creating all of this outside of this. So the firmament he called heaven. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear, and it was so. So now we got heaven and dry land. So the waters under the heaven are the land. So that's why I'm saying you looking up to look into heaven, which means sky. But I ain't gonna, y'all can do your outside research about this shit. I'm just coming straight from the Rudy to the Tootie. So now we got God, night and day, land, and heaven and land. And God called the dry land earth, and gathering together of the waters called he seas, and God saw that it was good. So now we done separated. We got land and we got seas, which is water still. But it's two different type of waters. Not the water above or around. We got seas. Now look up what sea, And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind, and whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. And God said, and the earth brought forth grass, herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. We're going to continue to break down later, but we're going to go from the Rudy to the Tootie. Peace and love. Pope Azariah the Ninth.